Welcome to PowerTable on Microsoft Fabric. In this video, we'll import a chart of accounts from a CSV file and walk through everything it takes to get it configured and ready for day-to-day use on PowerTable. We'll get started with a new PowerTable sheet for our data. To collaborate with other users on this Fabric plan item, we'll need to set up a database connection. If you haven't created a connection before, you can do it right from this screen. We'll use a pre-existing connection for this. We'll create a new app from scratch. Here, we'll select the Fabric SQL database to import our data into. We can reuse the same connection we just set up. Since we're importing fresh data, we'll create a new table to house it. We'll need to give this table a name. PowerTable supports multiple import types. We're loading from a file. You can use either a CSV or an Excel file, and if your Excel has multiple sheets, you can specify exactly which one to pull from. Once the file is selected, PowerTable generates an instant preview of the data. PowerTable auto-detects types, lengths, and primary keys from your CSV. Our data is now loaded into a Fabric SQL database and ready for collaboration. We can use the PowerTable sheet to manage it from here. Right away, we can spot some inconsistencies. Let's clean those up with Find and Replace. Find and Replace lets us target a specific column or run changes across the entire table, and we can make multiple replacements in one pass. Changes made in the sheet are staged until we're ready to commit. We can preview everything before it's written back, then hit Save to Database to persist them. Let's make sure changes don't go in unchecked. We'll set up an approval mechanism. With approvals on, every change gets routed to authorized reviewers. Multi-level approval is also available if changes need to escalate through multiple reviewers. You can route approvals based on rules or keep it flat and assign them to specific people. We'll go with a flat approval and designate a single approver. Let's insert a few new rows to our table now, a good opportunity to see the approval mechanism in action. Notice the sheet now shows Submit for Review instead of saving directly. We can attach a reason or priority date before submitting. Once submitted, every approver gets a badge in the sheet and a Teams notification. The approver opens the Approvals window, reviews the request details, and approves. The data is written back to the database immediately. The approver can also approve requests partially or request that changes be made. If you ever need to trace changes on this sheet, the audit log has you covered. Every data operation and access control change, all in one place. Next, let's get a sense of how many days until each account goes live. We don't have that in our data yet, so we'll add a column to calculate it. PowerTable supports different column types. We'll add a formula column for this. Formula columns support Excel-like expressions. You can also choose whether to persist the column in the database itself or keep it as a display-only column within the sheet. And just like that, we have a calculated column showing exactly how close each account is to going live. Let's add some conditional formatting to make it easy to spot accounts going live soon. We'll create a rule that highlights accounts going live within the next 30 days. Rules can apply to the entire row or just a cell. We'll target the cell and add an icon to make it stand out. The same way, we can stack multiple formatting rules on the sheet. We can also change the display properties of columns on the fly. Here, we'll switch the input type on account type from text to single select, pulling in all distinct values as the drop-down options. Now users can simply pick from the drop-down instead of typing, keeping entries clean and consistent. We'll go ahead and configure the remaining columns the same way.
Column headers also support insights. Click the ellipsis on any column to enable them. Here, we can see the number of empty rows at a glance. There are other insight types available per column as well.
With a large chart of accounts, the Group By option lets us roll up our data into a collapsible hierarchy, here by account type and parent account, so we can drill in and out of exactly what we need. The Filter pane lets you narrow your view further, with basic or advanced filters across any column. And Collaboration is built right into the sheet. Add a comment on any cell and tag a teammate directly. With that, our chart of accounts is live in Fabric SQL and fully set up for day-to-day maintenance and collaboration.